there. You're watching QTV this morning, and I'm Jenna Bosonko. I'm here with my co-host, Mr. Adedrami. Thank you so much, Ibrahim Abalde.
I thought you should introduce me as Ibrahim Abalde.
My amazing co-host, Ibrahim Abalde. And then our newspaper review guest, Adedrami. Mr. Ka, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, so Mr. Ka is our MD, and he's sitting in for me. And our colleague was feeling a bit unwell this morning, so I'm sitting in for him.
All right.
Yeah,
so we already lost 11 minutes.
Oh,
so
that's a shame.
We'll just head right on to the African proverb.
Yes,
do you want to read it out?
I would love to read it out. It says, as you do for your ancestors, your children will do for you. Mr. Ka, could I come to you first for that one? As you do for your ancestors, your children will do for you.
Well, that just means you have to pay respect to the people that were before you in order to receive the same respect that is due to you as you transition into age. So life is a progression, and you evolve from one stage to the other. And you pass the genetic baton as you grow. You have kids, and then kids have kids, and then it's a process. So we're just talking about values, and they're talking about ethics and cultural things that you have to give to the generation prior and the generation going ahead as well. So it's the continuity of those values.
Well, this is it. And I think Mr. Ka is right there, because sometimes you will hear somebody who is an older person will be admonishing young people, saying, don't be like that to an elderly person. When you are older, people will be disrespectful to you, and you won't like it. And I think so. I think you're right. You give that respect, and as the years go on, hopefully that respect will also be given to you when the time comes.
I think it's kind of what goes around comes around locally.
In a kind of way.
In a kind of way. That's what you're meant to believe. Because even culturally, sometimes when you see someone that is not, treating their parents right, then you see someone elderly will be like, meaning when you reach that stage as well, your children will do that to you. So normally people are advised to break the chain. For example, if it's in a family whereby it's been a circle of problems when it comes to parenting and all. So I think it's what goes around comes around thing, where you expect that when your parents are sick you have to look after them, and then expecting that your children will also do the same for you when the time comes. But doesn't mean it's automatic as well, that it's going to happen automatically.
This is true.
Sometimes doing it does not mean you're going to get it as well.
That's true.
It's
and I'm glad you added that point, because I think we shouldn't take it for granted. Just because we've been nice and respectful.
We are getting
because
it.
I've seen it in families, exactly as you said, Jennifer, where people who I've known them all their lives. They've always been respectful people, and then they have what I would call problem children who give them nothing but hell. And
exactly. And also it's important to note that the support we are talking about with this proverb, sometimes it's not about the money. It's the care, the love, and the respect. But there's something up with African parents with money.
I think money is relatively new in the equation of the way that we treat each other. When we talk about those, we talk about values. We're talking about, ethics. We're talking about decency. And these are things that you have to inculcate into your children. Like Ade said, that doesn't mean to say that it's guaranteed that everybody will be perfect. We are all different in our ways. Some have more empathy than others. Within the family structure, you will see somebody more caring and tolerant than the others. So that disposition, I don't know, it could be nature or nurtured. So that debate of nature, nurture is always there. But it's a combination of the two. What we are saying in Africa, we don't have the social network as they create in Europe, where the elderly will be packed in a place, be taken care of. And we have that family structure still, where in the home we'll have to look after our moms. And we do it with pleasure. At least that's what I assume, that you do it, you see them, they are dignified people, you see them through the journey of life, and then guide them so that they can complete their journey in dignity. I think that is very important.
And I think it's a beautiful thing that as Africans we do that.
I mean, I can even use my own family example. When my mother was in retirement age and she was kind of getting to her 70s, my sister actually gave up her own flat, sold it, to move in with my mother.
Oh, wow.
I mean, my mother had always been a very independent person, so it's not like she asked her or she kind of lent on her, But my sister just thought, you know, it would be nice. And she moved in, and she was with her right up till my mother passed away. And so even for me, you know, when I lived far away from my mother, if I hadn't seen her for 1 week, I would feel guilty. Not because she made me feel guilty,
but it's
just because, you know, I would always come and visit, you know, and I just felt, you know, because of what she had imparted, as you said, the nurture, you know, how they had brought us up to respect and so on. And I would visit all my aunties. In fact, the joke became that, you know, whenever my aunties went to London, I got called the taxi driver. Oh, because I was always the one who would be running around with them. But these are the people who brought us up back in Sierra Leone. And so I always felt I owed them something. And so that for me is the perfect example of this, you know, your children will do for you, because, it's a very neat summation of it. So I love it. I love this particular quote.
Yeah, but what goes around comes around, you know, it's respect and dignity and just everything about it. So I'm aware that we do not have sponsors as we speak on the program. You know, Opticalia, they came, they've done their part, they're gone. I know, you know, we impacted a lot, so now we're calling on more sponsors to come on board. You know, the reason why we had businesses join the program and renew their contracts is because it was good for them. Of course. So we need more sponsors to come on board, you know, to accompany us through this journey. So we'll just go for a short break, and when we come back, we'll head right on to the newspaper review. Don't go anywhere.
The future is now with Qcell's 5G network. Experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into Qcell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with Qcell. Qcell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. Qcell, Sunyabus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back from that break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning, and I'm here with Adedrami, my co-host, and our newspaper review guest, Mr. Carr. So moving on, we're just going to take a look at a few headlines on the papers. On Forea, we have that the local government commission receives financial statements of councils, and also National Assembly members ratify agreement on military training between Gambia and Turkey. And aside from that, reporters, editors are trained on crime and court reporting. I think this is organized by the Media Council in collaboration with the Gambia Press Union. That's right, yes. And also training of security personnel on forensic science on the way. And also Gambia Environment Alliance calls for reintroduction of recycling of plastic waste. I think, but let's start with the reintroduction of the recycling and all, because we have a law when it comes to the use of plastic bags. So I think it's a matter of the law that already exists. How are we going to go back to the enforcement? Because at a time, there was this ban on the importation of plastic itself, but now it's reintroduced. So
and I think part of why they are making this call. In fact, I wish I'd known that this was on the papers, because I would have sent. There's a video that's just been sent around by the kind of Global Alliance about plastic waste and what can be done to actually. It's become a scourge now, and so I think in different countries they are reaching out to people from different chapters to raise the awareness locally, or certainly within their own countries, about plastic waste and why we need to curb plastic waste, or at least dispose of it in a better way than we've been doing thus far. And the video, I'll send it out, and hopefully we might do something on the news about it. It's quite horrific when you look at it and you see how plastic waste has affected certain communities.
But Mr. Carr, we saw when the this Environmental Alliance through the Gambia Ocean Heroes, they came up with this waste segregation bins. But you can see that the Gambian has been finding it difficult. There was a lot of sensitization on here. Community sensitization as well. But people, for some reason, still can't get used to, the fact that it's clearly labeled with pictures and everything, but people still can't get used to segregating their waste.
Yeah, but for me, Jaina, plastic has been always an issue of serious contention, because one, is not biodegradable. When it's on the soil, it's there forever. And we are just like victims. We don't produce nothing when it comes to plastic products in Gambia. Maybe I know we used to have a factory here at the Qcell. I don't know whether it's still operational, but for most of the plastic that we are using in the Gambia is imported. So therefore the issue really should be at the global level. Those that are producing the plastic, the factories in the Western Wall or other areas where they are producing them in huge quantities are the people that ought to be targeted, because this is a global phenomenon. It's an issue that you cannot reduce to small Gambia. Yes, it's important. We have to play our part for the plastic that have arrived here. How are you going to dispose it? Anyway, it doesn't matter you put it. It's not biodegradable. Even if you collect it in a bin somewhere, it has to be kept somewhere in the soil. It's going to remain there forever. So what do we have to do? People like you who go to the COP, and these are the issues that they ought to be addressing. You know, for me, I'm very passionate when it comes to environment and environmental issues, and I know a lot of you are. But, you know, in all honesty, I think we in the third world, we are the victims to all that is happening. And these plastics, they go in the sea, the fish eat it, and you can see, if you understand the toxic nature of all these products that are being dumped into the third world, they are issues that at the national level, it should be addressed in these forums or the forums that they do attend. And then also, we also at the small scale in Gambia start explaining to people the impact or the effect of plastic in our environment.
But on the other hand, if we do not have control of what is happening in the global level based on the negotiations that take place, how about taking ownership of locally? What can we do with the importation? Because it did stop at some point.
That's where I ended. I said, yes, we have to take our measures, but that doesn't mean to say that in another country, Malaysia, if we stop, they still produce plastic and it's in the ozone, it's not going to impact on us. What I'm saying is the global context of these things. That yes, we are a small nation, a small voice, but nonetheless we can be an advocate for all these things, because we have to galvanize the voices, especially those of us who do not produce these things, so that they stop producing these things. And also adding to that, on a different note, dumping of cars that exhume these toxic fumes in the environment as well. I think there is need for sensitization, because it's causing a lot of damage to our lungs, to our children, and all these things. And I haven't seen environmentalists addressing that issue. Those are fundamental. In as much as that is important, this for me is far more important and immediate to be addressed. Toxic fumes that you see, every other vehicle that goes by is exhuming these toxic fumes that we inhale all the time.
And that, to take up Geneva's point, is something that we can do something about. And I agree with you. You and I, we've had many discussions about this, because he says passionate, I'm obsessive about it. I mean, I get really angry about it, because it is preventable. We can say cars beyond a certain lifespan, we will not.
Like in Senegal.
Like they've done in Senegal, like they're now about to do in Mauritania. Beyond a certain amount, because Mauritania, the problem is just as bad as it was in the Gambia. And they put a moratorium. If the car is, I don't know, more than 7 years old or something, it will not be allowed into the car. And you hope nobody's going to accept a bribe to kind of let cars slide under, because it will affect our health. You know, this is not a kind of thing where there's no penalty. You know, our children will suffer and so on. And I've related this tale several times. Over 3 years ago, I was driving to work, and when I saw the amount of black smoke that came from a car and just filthied up these kids' uniforms, I nearly wept. I was so upset. I wanted to get out and fight. That's how angry I was.
That is one aspect, legislating for the cars that come here. But we are talking about, maybe you can have a car that come here, and after 5 years, the cars get, this bad, the fumes. So what we ought to do is testing,
MOT.
Like they do.
MOT.
Exactly, they call it MOT in UK, where the car have to be tested
every year.
For everything.
That's amazing.
For everything. You will test the brakes, you will test the wind seals, because in the rainy season it's important you have you test the lights. And these are things that the police transport division can generate so much revenue. because you will find a lot of people that will be at fault. And they don't even need to take any bribe from nobody, and they can build up their coffers because all this, and then stop them from going through and coming onto our roads because of those defects. So we have to start looking at those things at the policy level.
So moving on.
No, I was just going to say, growing up in Sierra Leone, I actually knew the guy who was the head of the licensing department, a Mr. Hammond. Can you imagine, from 1960? I still remember his name because he was the chief vehicle examiner. That was his job. And every year, back then, vehicles had to be examined. I bet they don't even do that in Sierra Leone
now.
You know, and so, you know, how serious are we? You know,
So moving on, with Senegal, we've seen that the death toll has risen to 16. And maybe counting. There's more, and a lot of about 500 injured as well, according to the Red Cross in Senegal.
That's right.
And you know, we also saw the press release by the Gambian government. You know, but there's just a lot of different views when it comes to the situation in Senegal. You know, people saying we should not talk about it as Gambians. You wonder why not? Because then when we had a impasse, Senegal was in the center of it all.
Listen.
So, and we are neighbors too.
This has made headlines around the world.
Yes.
So why should we,
not
who are likely
neighbors,
to be more affected by it than anybody,
politically,
why should we not
economically
talk about it? That's an impossibility. And for me, that's a nonsense. You know, whether people take sides or not, that's a different thing. But we have to talk about it because in some ways we will be affected by the knock-on of what is happening there.
You know, in Senegal, what is happening, and it's important we learn lessons from this, is the lack of trust in the institutions. The judicial institution, people don't have faith in it anymore. And there are other institutions. And when you have that in a society, there cannot be any conflict resolution because people don't have faith in it. And that is precisely what is happening, leading to this contradiction and conflict. So it's a political issue now. It used to be a legal issue where two citizens were being, you know, alleged against one thing the other, and then the ruling came and all these things. But they ought to look at it from a political perspective and resolve it. It's not a legal issue. And unless and until these parties sit together and try to find a solution, they will not be out of this situation. The conflict will continue because people tend to seem to believe that Macky Sall is blocking anybody that is a serious contender to challenge in elections to the presidency.
I take a slightly different view. I mean, because I think it's one person who has a problem with the thing. I mean, everybody's talking about Usman Sonko as being a serious challenger. 2019, he got 16% of the vote. For me, you're not a threat if you get 16%. He's used social media very well. He's used, which is why they blocked social media over the weekend. And he's told people to come out and protest. And even last night, I was having a discussion with, more of an argument, with a Senegalese journalist on Twitter, because he said, and people were liking his quote, he said, I blame all of this on Macky Sall. He has brought discord to this country. So I then replied in French, I said, why are you not blaming a politician who is telling people to go out on the street and riot? And so on. Then people started liking mine more than they were liking his on his page. You know, and then he said also this man was convicted without being given a chance to answer the charges in court. I said no, he chose not to attend the court. He says my life is threatened. People are dying. 16, you said, the unofficial one is 24. He's telling people to go out to protest on my behalf. And saying this is, look, when you look at the case, and unless he is the one who is bringing the judiciary into disrepute by saying they're targeting me because of who I am. Not like you didn't even go to court to challenge the matter. You sent your lawyers there, but you yourself did not want to go. You didn't want to give evidence. And then when they've sentenced you, you then complain that they sentenced me in my absence. You chose not to attend.
But the reason why that argument have a momentum, you have to look at the historical context. First, it was the son of the former president that intended to contest, and then for some reason he was out and later released out of jail and parked travel. Then this guy Sall, Alif Sall, the mayor of Dakar. So what Senegalese people are saying that there is a trend that yes, he might not be a serious contender, as you may argue, but he have a lot of following. As you can see, the youth are behind him. And what they are calling for is, and there is another element added to it, that is the the issue of the third term for Macky Sall.
Yeah, of course.
So plus the convergence of a lot of challenges that is facing many governments, economic and other social issues, compounded, added to the lack of faith in the judicial system, plus that historical context of people who want to contest again Macky Sall for one reason or the other are derailed.
If those didn't exist, one can say
then you can say
this, but the fact that, you know, there's a precedent that have already been set.
And that makes it, you know, quite legitimate and argument on their part.
That is legitimate, but I do not also agree with Usman Sonko's ways, you know, of doing things, using young people, and his utterances as well in Wolof, you know, the ones that I'm talking about. I do not think a person who wants to take over a country as president should behave that way.
He's inciting people.
Yes.
I mean, there's no two ways about it. And the thing is, we've seen people use young people and they raise a lot of noise. We saw it with Yum Kella in Sierra Leone before the last presidential election. When the elections came, he got 13% of the vote, and so he didn't even make it through to the runoff. We saw it with Bobby Wine in Uganda. He got something like 10% of the vote. We saw it with Peter Obi. If you had all of those guys, if you had watched the international media, they all said the youth are going to put these people in the seat of power. Nigeria ended up with the worst electoral turnout for 40 years, 26.7%.
Yeah, but in Zambia, it materialized.
Yeah, what?
With the young people. Yes,
yeah, I mean,
it materialized in Zambia.
Uganda, the level of harassment against
women.
Yes, was too much.
Big time.
Allegations.
There are certain factors that you have to add into the mix.
Of course.
Yes.
I mean,
What we are saying is, okay, for me, there has to be a solution. Senegal, they cannot continue. This is a situation of impasse. So the solution is maybe Sonko have to contest. I think Macky also should put himself through the Electoral Commission for them to vet him to see the argument, the legal argument, one way or the other, if he is, you know, qualified to contest or not.
Yeah, but how about the charges on corrupting a young person?
Yeah,
that's not. You guys just want to put that aside?
No. Even the lawyers.
Was not part
even
of
the lawyers
initially.
said Even the lawyers said that, you know, they're not sure. If he had been convicted of rape, that would have barred him straight away. But they said this corrupting of a young person charge, they're not sure that even if whether that bars you.
Is legally you cannot define even that.
They did define it. They talked about the fact that
they did
define it about you being in a position of power and using your power to make somebody do something, even if you're not physically forcing the individual.
That's right.
But because
No, Jaina, but they look at the situation in which they met. They were not meeting in a work environment. They were not meeting in an environment where you can exercise or exert that type of authority over that person. If they were in a work environment, one can easily argue that. But this was a working place where this one does not have any authority whatsoever to exert. I'm not saying there are other things that do not happen, but it's not like because of this girl, he said he didn't even know the guy at the beginning. So therefore, you cannot not know somebody and that person
in this context, where you meet does not really matter. It just has to do with
but in life,
the
always there
have
have to be.
as an individual.
If you want to introduce that in law, then you're having a big problem. Trust me.
Yeah, but the law
exists because
in Senegal,
the charges initially were just two. So that element came into it. That is why I'm saying I started with the premise that people do not have faith any longer in their legal institution, and that is a very serious thing in any society.
He ends up being convicted of something he was not charged with.
Everybody, even those who do not want to support him, are saying, "Hey, this is shocking." They just cock out and they created something, and the argument is that they want to stop him from contesting. So those are the things that the youths are latching on, and then mayhem is all over the place, and nothing is happening. So they have to find a way to resolve the issue. And for me, I would assume they would work on allowing Sonko to contest, and Macky also to see if he is eligible to contest.
Constitutional.
So both of them, the issue of contesting has become a very big issue.
Yeah, but like everybody else is saying, you know, there should be some sort of a negotiation, you know, happen. That should happen. And also regional organizations, we are not hearing from them ECOWAS, AU, and all of them,
when we consider that this has traditionally been the most stable country in the ECOWAS sub-region, you would think that if as it spills into instability,
then
they would come and issue some sort of statement or offer to negotiate.
On behalf.
Because as Malik says, unless there's some kind of negotiated settlement, then this will only spiral out of control. And I heard a lot of nonsense over, even in Gambia and in Senegal, people saying, oh, the only solution is for Macky Sall to resign now. Even last night, a friend of mine was telling me that, no, the only solution, that's not going to happen, because that's you're giving into mob rule.
Exactly.
So that's not going to happen, and that sends a bad signal. So next time somebody else is in power and the mob takes the
same thing can happen.
You resign? No, you don't do that.
And also, I am told that the people on the streets are not even the proper people. These are just...
with
this... Not proper people on the street.
What do you mean proper people?
Like, as in... When you go to, it's just happening in certain locations, where people just want to capitalize on the situation.
It's happening all over Senegal, trust me. But all the major cities.
Really?
But because what you're getting now is
isolated pocket areas.
But I think what Jennifer is getting at, and what is being said is that some of them now are just capitalizing on the instability and the chaos. And we saw it in England.
That's what I'm saying.
We saw it in England when the guy was killed in Tottenham and riots broke out in almost every major city.
If I tell you the incident, that was crazy.
So it's
that
a matter of people just capitalizing on a situation.
You will always have elements that are there for one. That's where I was pointing out that the issues, the economic, a lot of issues have compounded and come together and converge to create that. The disillusionment. Senegal have a high youth population, not employed. And when you... If you go to Dakar, you will see that it's very evident. You see the hustle and bustle of Dakar. And then when there is a contradiction in society, you see the wealth of some people excessively exceeding.
And I do agree with what you're saying, because I watched an interview on Sen TV or something, and then the guy was talking about the fact that I do not appreciate what's happening because I have a job, I'm stable, I'm going on my normal business. So people like that are not going to be part of it. So it's the ones that maybe do not have a job or are not busy that will capitalize on the situation.
They have nothing to lose.
That's why
they have nothing to lose.
And Africa is changing, and the leadership in Africa must recognize that. In some instances, there is a generational gap where you have octogenarians, people in their 80s, 90s, being presidents, and the vast majority are youth. So their views and view of life, the way they see things, and the demand, they are more educated now, the youth. They are more sophisticated, and they demand. They're not like our grandmothers and our mothers who are not sophisticated and educated, and then just have a clique of people sitting over them for decades and decades, ruling them without no issue, and you have an easy ride. This youth, this generation, highly educated, very complex, very demanding, and they are challenging the elderly, who are in most cases the people that are ruling. If you look at Africa, you find about most of them are in their 80s, 90s, and presidents in these countries. So obviously there will be a rupture of society.
You have that in Cameroon, where just 3-4 weeks ago, the president turned 90, and people went to his compound to beg him to contest again. Cameroon in 63 years of independence, they've had two presidents in 63 years of independence.
How can that person be aware of the digital age, be aware of all these things? You cannot lead any longer, to give the people what they want.
And people are begging him to contest.
So those
the people that even go back to beg for the people. I'm like, please.
Why? That is not normally the people. They say the people.
It's just some militants coming, mobilizing themselves.
No, people who are benefiting from.
And that is sad.
Yeah, but I think due to time constraints, that is all we have time for. But it was an interesting conversation.
Indeed.
So up next, we'll be joined by the QTV marketing team to talk about Tobaski Art Style. But Mr. Ade, have you ever attended one before?
No, I haven't, but I will.
You will this time.
I will.
Is that a promise?
That's a promise.
Okay.
And I'm making the promise on air.
Right here, listening to you.
I'm making the promise on air. And Churchill Balde has been on my case.
That you have to attend,
I have
right?
to attend.
Okay, so let's see what happens.
Having said yes to him and yes to the world,
how
could I not attend?
Anyway, we'll go for a short break and we'll be right back.
Okay.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, Qcell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of Qcell 5G Internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of Qcell's 5G Internet. For more information, call 111. Qcell. We innovate, others follow.
Do your banking the smart way with the new Ajibank mobile app. Transfer money to any bank account in the Gambia. Top up airtime for all networks. Pay utility bills. Check your account balance and view mini statements. Request for ATM cards. Request for checkbooks and more in a single touch. So, do your banking in a smart way. Do your banking now with Ajibank mobile app. Every time is banking time. Ajibank, your investment partner.
The future is now with Qcell's 5G network. Experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps.
You asked for it, and Qcell is giving it to you with our new and improved Sunyu Bundle Mega Promo. Now you can get more data at cheaper prices. Buy any of our bundle packages and enjoy massive discounts. Dial *303# and enjoy browsing on the network with the biggest coverage. Buy a 20 megabytes data bundle for as low as $7 and 50 bottles today, or purchase bigger bundles up to 20 gigabytes. Yes, that's right, 20 gigabytes of data at your fingertips. With our mega promo bundles, you can browse more, chat longer, and stay connected on the go, anytime, anywhere. For more information, call our customer care on 111. Qcell, we innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions apply.
Qcell brings you the...
Welcome back from that break. If you're just tuning in, you're watching QTV this morning. And now, Mr. Ade, after you made that promise to the whole country that you'll be attending the Tobaski Style this year, we're joined by the marketing team, Yaoli Kamara and Qcell Balde. And they will be taking us through this year's, Tobaski Style and some of the things that we should expect. Qcell and Yaoli, ñu ngi leen di dalal ci programme bi.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Yaoli, to start with, this year, lan more special about Tobaski Style? Parce que duma dugga ci yu ndaw yi, parce que all these years yéen a ngi ko def ñëpp xam nañ Tobaski Style affaire yi lan la. But it's about year bu jot. Lan moo ci utee su ko defee nit ñi war a bàyyi seen soxla yi mun a ñëw attend.
And this is year 6, by the way.
Year
so
6.
It's 6.0.
Yes. Yeah, that's why I'm saying we don't have to go down history anymore.
Exactly.
You just have to tell us what is so special about this, 6th edition. Reason why people should attend, what's special about it.
Janaba jërëjëf. Comme niñ ko farale di def rek Tobaski Style dafa ñëw rek pour dooleel Gambien si ñi nga xamante ne ñu ngi si ñëw bi parce que tamit baax na pour nit ñi gis Gambien yi liñ mun surtout ñi nga xamante ne ay ndaw lañ te most of them ay xale lañ waaye comme niñ ko dee defee rek dañuy yokk cere dooli ñeex mu neex ba bëgg a dee this time nag dañ indi special artist boo xam ne kenn expectu ko nekk dinañ ko indi muy attaque te xam nga ne fu attaque nekk rek foofu ambiance 100% la ak Cheikh Fall ñoom lañ indi this year kon du yomba de dina mel ni téeméeri yomba ci benn boutique waaw maa ma bàyyi Qcell mu def ci kanam tuuti rek
xam tamit Qcell wàllum this time tamit gis nañ ne da ngeen teel a def Tobaski Style bi is it because da ngeen bëgg a may nit ñi time pour ñu mun a ñawlu si ñawkat yii nii wala lu tax because time boobu daf daan xaw a jege julli bi waaye this time ñu gis ngeen teel koo def ndax loolu lu deliberate la tamit
Thank you very much. Appreciate nañ li trop. Ba man njëkka ñëwaagum waat si loolati yaa ole because still there is a huge surprise boo xam ne ñoom xamuñ ko sax man I'm working on it right now on the loop. ñoom sax gars yi xamaaguñ li xew waaye maa ngi work on a surprise guest performance tamit. Because léegi-léegi nga artiste yi tamit léegi-léegi they don't keep up with time. Waaw so léegi just bala event bi di start ba pare artiste bi bugga la understand ni nekk di benn bugga na ñu am benn surprise performance. Waaw boobu di nga ko mention so loolu is something that is going to be a surprise.
Nice. Looking forward.
Wow. So coming back to your question, fuck you just ñawkat time because the thing is Tobaski is already around the corner. So ñoom ñu war a jël Tobaski ak style bi blend ko ak seen ñaw yi yu ngay war a def pour seen clients pour meet their clients seen target ak yooyu noonu foog ñu mën a teel a start ba tamit xam nga nawet bi ak yooyu noonu tamit waaw so loolu boo xam ne su lu gën a tax ñu war a teel a door
waaw ba pare gis nañu over the years Q Group Foundation tamit dafa mel ni da ngeen ama ñoom strong partnership yéen daal dafa mel ni da ngeen sàcc Q Group Foundation because they come up every year to do something special.
xam nga Q Group Foundation dafa nekk pour dooleel fii ndaw yi te ñoom seen aim mooy pour ku nekk loo xamante ne yaa ngi ci dunda rek yow tamit nga gis ci sa bopp te Q Group saa yu nekk for the past 3 years ñu ngi dooleel ndaw yi moo tax most of them jarul sax nga call leen soo leen waxee ne Tobaski ak style rek ñu ne la maa ngi si biir parce que ñoom xam nañ njëriñ bi ci parce que nga fay sa xaalis nga am advertisement bi nga bugga ba pare tamit nga dem kii ak leneen loo xamante ne expect loo ko Q Group Foundation ñu ngi liggéey ak ñoom itamit this year dinañ indi beneen surprise boo xamante ne ñëwkat yi sax xamuñ lan la ñun ñii sax xamanguñ lan la
ma nekk ñëwkat
keñ war nga ko mën a nekk parce que man mii sa last year benefit naa si jërëjëf
I want to get into fashion
of course you should
tailoring store
of course
Jenna's design or something because with the Q Group Foundation support it's amazing I think last year dañ leen jox sewing machine
last year dañ leen joxoon sewing machine year before last year delloo woon seen xaalis ba pare tegal leen beneen xaalis so ba tey tamit this year tamit nañ indiwaat leneen loo xamante ne ñoom it expectuñ ko
and lu si gën a nee sax ñoom seen boppa ñoom ñoo ñu dee laajte la la gaa fu ne ñun loolu la gaa war a come up with so that is to tell you how supportive they've been so ñoom dañ jël Tobaski ak style bi sax ñoom seen boppa ñu moomal ko seen boppa
waaw noonu la war a mel so ñu gis model si tamit mu nekk lu am solo because model si tamit lii some sort of empowerment la because gis nañ ne fii modeling industry bi demut noonu so dama dee gis the excitement si seen boti Tobaski ak style su moo ñëw jot si
QTV comme it's a very huge platform imaginal yow ñëw wala pour nga ñëw showcase understand what I mean loolu will take you to another level and then xam nga man moom gaa dama def ñu ne man maa nekk chairman of Tobaski ak style because of model selection bi
ba pare this year moom 5G models lañ am
5G lan mooy 5G bi nag
models yaa ngi gaaw
man dugum xaaral ñu bàyyi boobu mu def
so currently rehearsals are ongoing because the event is around the corner. It's just this Friday. Wow. So rehearsal started at Dimba, and then the turnout was great. They had a very good training session yesterday.
So tickets yi ñaata la?
Tickets yi ordinary 400 la, VIP 500. Di wax ne képp ku bëgg tickets yi rek mu nga ñëw Qcell fii nii. Nga call ñu wala nga call ñu si 324 4444 mooy number si. ñu bëgg nag ñëpp ñu ñëw. dañ bëgg ñëpp ñu ñëw seetaan si ba pare tamit bëgg nañ nit ñi support ndaw yi Gambien yi nga xamante ne ñu ngi si ñëw bi parce que jar nañoo dimbali
so ban time la nga Gambian time hope this is not some Gambian time issue
no
buñ ne nii
time bi moom 7 PM la
ok
bëgg nañ balaa at least 8 rek ñu commencé inshallah ndax nit yi mën a teel a dem ñëbi
and ambiance bi bongo maani dinañ fa nekk
bongo maani ñu fa xam nga c'est far rek daal di ramp faar
moom suy ñëw da bee ñëwaat
commencé na di lifin sabari depuis léegi depuis last week gaa yaa ngi ko foor pour bés bi
kon xam nga ne du yomb gis nañ na tam apart from ñawkat yi gis nañ fa ñu nga xam ne nekkuñ ñawkat this year tamit dinañ gis ñooñu ndax ñi nga xam ne xëj na day into other products
waaw mooy marketplace bi boobu marketplace but still yëpp si package Tobaski ak style la waaw mooy ñëw ñi nga xamante ne ñooy jaay piis ñi jaay daala ñi dress ak loo xalaat rek boobu tamit am nañ special package pour boobu noonu yëpp pour dimbale ndaw yi rek dooleel leen
so boobu what we're doing is since the event is scheduled for this Friday ñu leen daan film seen show bi next week Tuesday ak Wednesday so how that works is dañoo dem si each workshop comme soo amee sa workshop ou sa atelier lu mu mën a demee the kind of business that you are doing dañoo ñëw ba foofu noonu ñu film ko ba pare ñu am that interaction with you nga promote sa business sa products ak sa services so marketplace yi noonu la fa demee then loolu moo dee complement the Tobaski ak style event après something that is very important tamit dañ bàyyi xel ne Tobaski ak Style mostly support bu ñu dem is from the outside. It's coming from the outside. So this time around dañ bu ko Q group bi. Every staff si Q group bi ñu make sure ni ñu represent ni ñu am phone because ñun for our phone day, so I made a phone day. That is the only time that we get a chance to interact with one another, to get to know our families. So this time around, we want to bring that energy into the Tobaski Style event. So I hope Mr. Ade has already given me his word.
Nice. I've never been to Tobaski Style. Same here, so I have to try to attend this year.
This time we have the biggest in the game. Attack. One of the biggest. No, should I say one of the biggest?
One
of the biggest.
You don't want to start
before they come for me.
Exactly.
Yes, but it has been good. The fact that it's been happening for 6 years. So what has been some of the challenges? Because 6 years, dulu ndaw mom. Nga war ko maintain. Dafa yombut de.
non xam nga ñun Q group lañ machallah laf cat rek ñoom ñoo ñu dee dooleel moo tax ba tey ñu mën koo def soo gisee ba léegi ñu aaga fu ñu aaga from 1 ba 6 every year ñu gën a improve every year ñu indi new style every year mu gën a yokku loolu alhamdulillah Q group bi ñoo si jàppa bu baax a baax waaye dañ dee am challenges waaye sant yàlla ñu ngi ko mën a continuer
a team of 2 people 3 people, manager obviously, but then 2 staff as in, that must be really difficult. So congratulations to the team and wishing you a successful event as always.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And I've even, to show you how determined I am, I've actually got somebody to bring me 3 different garments, and I'm choosing between which of the 3.
Wow.
So that's how committed I am.
Of course, thank you.
Mashallah, we're looking forward to seeing you to the event.
So the one on the 9 June on Friday, Q City, ku nekk na ñëw foofu noonu by 7 p.m. ñu commencé ambiance yi commencé na ñëpp génn si ñoo support Gambian tailors yi parce que jar nañoo jàppale te am nañ ay tailor yu xarañ ñoom ST ML Creation Buso Creation Malina Creation yaa ngi am Awa Gayne ANS Design nga xam ne jigéen la yaa ngi am Daniel koo xam ne since the first year mu ngi participate until
so mbaa ñu participate on last year ñëwaat nañ am nañ ñeneen ñu ees naa Jay's Design moom tamit ku ees la moom tamit join na si ñu ngi am Mahu Creation all the way from Dakar moom tamit mu ngi ñëwaat ñëw na last year dafa ñëwaat so obviously ñëw participate am sa gift free.
ñoom seen bopp if you leave them out it's a problem for you.
Okay, nice. So the consistency is there.
Yeah,
but once again, good luck and congratulations.
Thank you
All right, so we will just go for a short break, and when we come back, Chacha will be staying with us for the click segment. Yo, mo mun nga dago dankare. Wow, we'll be right back.
Step into the Espas Motors showroom for your luxurious name brand vehicle. Located along the Bertil Harding Highway, Espas Motors is the Gambia's authorized dealer for Chery, Kia, Ford, and now we bring you the new Peugeot model 3008 SUV. 18-inch alloy wheels, 216 inches high ground clearance, keyless entry system, start and stop button, rear parking assistance system, reverse camera, adaptive cruise control with speed limit, LED daytime running lights, front and side airbags, 8-inch HD touchscreen. Not to forget our exquisite Peugeot Landtrek double cabin pickup with 2.1-liter diesel engine, 6-speed manual transmission 4x4, hill descent control, LED daytime running lights. Espas Motors, the authorized dealer for Peugeot. Visit us today or call us on 35-2222 or 353-4444.
Technology has always been at the forefront of our lives, and the way we use it has evolved drastically over the years. With the advent of 5G internet, we are entering a new era of technological innovation that promises to transform the way we live, work, and play. 5G internet is capable of providing data speeds up to 100 times faster than 4G, making it the ideal solution for streaming high-quality videos, playing online games, and downloading large files on the go. 5G internet is already transforming cities across the globe, powering smart cities, self-driving cars, and virtual reality experiences that were once thought impossible. 5G internet is also paving the way for Internet of Things, allowing for seamless connectivity between devices and the creation of a truly connected world. For the first time in the Gambia, Qcell is bringing tomorrow's technology to you today with the launch of Qcell 5G internet. Get ready to experience the out-of-this-world wonders of Qcell's 5G internet. For more information, call 111. Qcell. We innovate, others follow.
Do your banking the smart way with the new Aji Bank mobile app. transfer money to any bank account in the Gambia, top up airtime for all networks, pay utility bills, check your account balance and view mini statements, request for ATM cards, request for checkbooks, and more in a single touch. So, do your banking in a smart way. Do your banking now with Ajibank mobile app. Every time is banking time. Ajibank, your investment partner.
The future is now. With Qcell's 5G network, experience speeds like never before with our new 5G Rocket Fixed Internet plan. Get speeds from 10 Mbps to 100 Mbps. Your 5G-enabled devices. Walk into Qcell headquarters to get one of our 5G routers and experience the true feeling of 5G. Only with Qcell. Qcell brings you the future. Tech, innovation, incredible speed. The future is now. For more information, call our customer care on 111. Qcell, Sunyapus. We innovate, others follow. Terms and conditions.
The baddest, the latest, the New Year's. Tell them, food of the young, only of the year. Crazy bit under me. Tell them that, so we are do. Big settings, the saddest on the baddest, how we do it again. So me have to run it again. So me have to do it again. Food of the young, money of the end. The youth of the land, money of the end. Big house of the boy. Money of the end, new range of the boy. Money of the end, new bitches of the god. Money of the end, new clothes of the boy. Money of the end, you want fly go to boy. Money of the end, shoes of the boy. Rise up in the morning, put my hands in my pocket. I can try no put out. We buy a cup of tea. Thunder signifies things don't work properly. All what we feel is be a poverty. You the leaders of the world, you no feel what we feel. The system you want is and just to one more that we. Come and build more schools and come and future we. The food price getting more expensive way. So I stand up with my anger, never ever slumber. Fear to no danger, keep all of my prayer. Who give me shelter no matter how I crumble. Always remember the time is the master. Mr. Government, works on me, I ask ya. House of Parliament, works on me, I ask for. Better stop the coke and sellers instead they use them. Who was sell the weed just to get a little income. Food of the young, money of the end. The youth of the land, money of the end. Big house of the boy, money of the end. New range of the boy, money of the end. New bitches of the god, money of the end. New clothes of the boy, money of the end. You want fly go to boy, money of the end. Shoes of the boy, every me goal, I go make my goal. Pay the money that we have to struggle. Me and me dog, so we have to hustle. Pay the clean money that we have to hustle. Fum janu raba na nyumuna amdara. Halis be fumu duga fufula nyodoga. Fum janu kutuga dana muna gene dara. Anything we are raba, anything we are do. Put your shoulders to the wheel, then you would opposite. In this battlefield, everyone wants succeed. Some will kill and steal, cause they want to be rich. We got to pay our bills, that's why we always never you sit and pay bills, that your pocket is big. Boy, if you hanging lazy, you will end up losing. Love is my mission, it is all I'm preaching. Hustle is my mission, it is all I'm preaching. Food of the young, money of the end. The youth of the land, money of the end. Big house of the boy, money of the end. New range of the boy, money of the end. New bitches of the god, money of the end. New clothes of the boy, money of the end. You want fly go to boy, money of the end. Shoes of the boy, stand up with my anger, never ever slumber. Fear to no danger, give all of my prayer. Who give me shelter no matter how I clamber. Always remember the time is the master. Mr. Government, works on me I ask. House of Parliament, works on me I ask ya. Better stop the coke and sellers instead they use them. Who has said the way just to get a little in. Food of the young, money of the end. The youth of the land, money of the end. Big house of the boy, money of the end. New range of the boy,
Welcome back from that break, Mr. Ade. That is Daddy Boston. And looking at it, the song, the lyrics, is all about what is happening in our community. Yes. But Qcell, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you very much, Jenna. Those of you that are watching, I'm sure you already know who we have in the building. We have the shortest and the baddest, as he calls himself. Well, Daddy Boston. So you better new so fancy. Yeah.
Greetings to the whole Gambia. Greetings to my family, friends, loved ones, each and everyone viewing right now. You know, it's been a pleasure to be into this platform, Qcell. And that's what's up. You know?
That's what's up. QTV is home to you. You already know that.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Anytime what I'm at, all you need to do is just show up.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
So, let's talk about video bit. And bala video bit sa, I'm on a time where I'm young halona dormant in the industry. Understand? Young silent on. They're interested in Boston. So, boy knew with this banger.
Yeah.
Lamo were on that silent for that period of time.
No, yeah, come to Mokode where like. I'm on a lot of obstacles on the way.
Okay.
Yeah, but like as I told you, yeah, femom lolo tamagine lem kofi rice ni chabla. Yeah, because I face like spiritual things into the music. I couldn't do it anymore.
Okay.
So lolo mama neck on motahon malu for a while. But you know, thank God, you know, I escaped from those things, you know. Right now, you know, fully ready lolo tamanyue, you know, money FEN. And right now the next thing coming up, the biggest thing, which is the Volume 1 album, Belief album launching this Saturday coming, June 10. The biggest thing, Gambia, let them watch it, you know, because it's gonna be first time ever of Daddy Boston launching an album, you know, called Belief. And, you know, it's like 2 events in one, and I put the project to No to Violence Against Women, because most of my songs right now, I put it into more to advocate, to teach, and you know, yes, what's the topics of what's going on into the system, and what's like, and for our mothers, we have to stand for them. For the women, we have to stand for them, because they are the most vulnerable assets in our life.
Yeah.
So we have to support our women. We have to stand for them. And this is the first time a Gambian artist been taking part of this into No to Violence Against Women Advocate project. So that's why I intend to take my music to advocate, to teach them. Yeah, so this is my first album project, which I delegate to No to Violence Against Women.
So, like, lamo waral that concept? Isn't it someone came up with it, or you were talking I venture into it?
That's my ideas with the team. I'm talk, a lot of the artists, they just concentrate into like money, Paris song. They launch their album, and later on, you know, they do their own thing. They don't look back to the community, to the fans. So new album be we have to like look back to the community, look back to the fans. So later you have day and night event, which is gonna take place at Manjai Park, June 10. Yeah, day and night, daytime program, the Monica family phone, day out in Bohamdani. They cannot go out at night. Yeah, they can.
So it's happening on the same day?
Yeah, the same day, because, you know, I got a lot of fans of kids, and, you know, the kids love me. So then I give them a chance to, you know, understand parents, you know, talk me set under the Boston. So from Fofutam, then Buga come, Lunyo Amsi Halisby, like quarter of the money we'll see how to generate some women to give them little bit to empower them, you know, so that's what we stand for, and you know, we are in collab with UNFPA at Zone 8, and, you know, it's a big thing, so we intending to like take it to the next level, Gambian music to the next level. They start to like, not just like, we have to focus into, as I always said, you know, into the main topics, like what's going on, especially HIV. We are not singing about those things, and those things are the majority things disturbing the people. Most of them, you know, they are having contacts, and most of the youths growing up, they are not aware of HIV and other sickness which are going on. So we need to, you know, sensitize the people in our music, because music is not just to sing. You have to feel the people, you have to teach the people, the fans who are following you. They have to, you know, get something that they're gonna learn from you, to educate, to motivate, to elevate them. So my music is all about that.
So your album, how many songs do you have on the album?
Yeah, we got 11 songs, bonus 12, one bonus song, which is 12. Yeah, because this is the volume 1 album. So by the end of the year, I'm gonna take out the volume 2 because Daddy Boston is full of lyrics. There are a lot of songs that I have been made for over 10 years, and it's there. I didn't touch it. Yeah.
Okay. So how did you select those songs that form this album that you are talking about?
It was like
selected, because sometimes it can be very difficult when artists have numerous songs and then they will like, okay, this one can make the album, or no, let me change this, let me bring this one. So now come up with the album.
Yeah, I got some difficulties with the team, but still, you know, because the album, old songs were like some old style of music.
Okay.
But so we make sure that we mix it, we blend it. Yeah, because like I'm more focused into dancehall music. So I give them the dancehall genre, give them the Afro genre and the reggae dancehall. Yeah, so that's why, because we target into the international market to take the Gambian music out there. So that's why we focus into those kind of, you know, music genre to push it there. But it was not a problem because, like, yeah, most of the songs we recreated them. Yeah, so you know, because they were old and you know, I was facing some sickness, I couldn't do any of my music. So the songs were there, I couldn't do any video.
So how long did it take for you to come up with the album?
Yeah, we just create the album like for 2-3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Single create album.
Yeah.
Okay, because already you have
yeah,
songs.
I get
you have a bank of songs.
Yeah, I got the bank
of songs.
So
that guy.
So nekud come daf ñu dé jël tough time.
Yeah.
All my music I base it into topics.
True.
Come give me a topic to sing. I'm gonna sing to that topic, and when I sing into that topics, it makes sense.
So Munala put on the test right now.
Yeah, anytime. Anytime, we are ever ready, you know.
So, like, have you ever represented Gambia internationally in any international platform? Musna Gina Gambia, and represent Gambia.
Yeah, Gina na fi demanguma come in Europe.
Why? Anywhere in Africa, just
internationally, I represent Gambia in Senegal. Them na Sigenso, them na Simbandi, them na all those villages, and I got a great performance.
What is the feedback from those people?
Yeah, no, those people, like small boys are like yo Gambia yo hamunya, because when I go outside they treat me like I don't know, like how we promote the international artists when they come here. That's how
that is the same energy you receive when you go out.
The same energy, you know, and more love and more strength, you know, from old to young, you know. So that's what's up. Daddy Boston is love. So
if you langa muna wagay, put you change that narrative. Let Gambia start supporting their own.
Yeah, Gambia.
What do you think needs to be put in
lulu
place?
Mom, diga lulu mom, dañ ko wara njikat lulu lañ wara ñu ne why Gambian mom bala mu dé proud mu dimbele ci biti. Understand nga lulu mom dafa nekk suñu nature xam nga. Yeah. That's why suñu dëkk bi neexuta wax why comme lulu tax ñu ngi still lag behind ñu ngi sona, because ñu wara dimbele pour ñom tam ñu mëna dem expose outside, because lu ñu expose outside suñu njëriñ dëkk bi la mo njëriñ is coming back for the country. So ñun lolu tax ñun nekkut ne comme man music rek lay def, man ma ngi amé comme youth organisation bo xamné taxawal sa dëkk youth empowerment la tudda. So dañ nekk di yëngatu di motivate ndoy, di motivate youth si amul góor amul jigéen won la ne you can do something, you can make it into the Gambia. And not to going to the back way, or not thinking of when I don't go to Europe I cannot make it. I believe that, because Europe right now ñu bari ñu ngi Europe waaye ñu ñëpp ci sama am mo open njëriñ. So I believe that ne fii soo amee something loo xam ne is sustained, then you can, you know, make it out of there. So focus, invest. Because how many people are coming from outside, from nothing, they come and make it here, and they are making millions from their homes. So I believe that the money is here. But you know what I did, you know what I make sure that you put things together. Put institutions gën a bari, companies gën a bari, xam nga job opportunities gën a bari. So suñ toogee dañ dee wane youth si bëggu ñoo liggéey, waaye man dem naa ba study neen most of the youths not that they don't want to work, but they are just idle, because nit ki tam loo dem be put into your system loolu nga dee adopt. Nit ku nekk daf dee adopt loo miin every day, loolu nga dee dem be adopt sa life. dañ la dee indi lu important sa nga foog ne loolu important, waaye comme xale yi younger generation bi ñoom du ñoo magee nii di idle si idol boobu noonu la leen di lead into their future dafa nekk habit si gars yi waaye from the roots from the grassroots ñu ngi laa to train you so demee ba mag yow you will flow that way straight
dafa mel ni nga ji dara
waaw
xam nga if you plant something
mu denga
su dengi
it's gonna bend that
loolu la moo dem understand nga so yaa ko jubanti léegoo-léeg nga jël ay banta support ko
loolu tax man lu ma ooj rek mooy la ñu ubbi comme atelier comme youth si yëpp ñu mun a am fu ñoo comme from the school nekkul ne ñëpp métier yi dañ over important because nekkul ne comme school yi yëpp school si sax dañ fa war a am image nga jàng école nga jàng English di dem jàngi métier because skill dafa over important because loolu moo nekk loolu la government bi wala implement si school si because most of these students they are not learning in school which is going to affect our future.
And they are the leaders of tomorrow.
They are the leaders of tomorrow. So education is going down and everything is going down. So they want a music band, get them, because no, how they support the thing. Gambia, I feel they be a side bill. So they side, they will never consider you. Yeah, they will never consider you in there. So man, buguma come man, luma pass through struggle, buma struggle to reach this position. Buguma ñeneen tam struggle ko because suñ demee da ngaa give up da ngaa discourage so amutee faith am believe bi na God daf la dee take into a situation yoo xam ne ni you have to get out there one day because God moom du teg jaam bi natu forever.
So bala ma ñëw foofu noonu yow boo duggee si sa situation boobu noonu you felt spiritually attacked.
No, not spiritual alone.
Naka nga si gine lo nga ñëw da nga ne comme fight bi ki nga pause.
No, comme
naka nga si gine.
So gisee mo wax comme lu ma pass through. I pass through a lot. Yeah, come difficulties, support, everything. I do things for myself.
But naka nga si gine.
Others think that I'm rich, I got money. But no, I'm a hustler. Dama nekk koo xam ne ni hustler la. Dama nekk koo xam ne ni yeah. I'm a breadwinner of my family.
Mashallah.
Man maneka the first son of my mom. So the man wara neka ko hamne ni I got siblings and they are my youngest. So I have to take care of them. So man def na métier de jàng na defal bike dama defal generator.
No,
I do all those things in my school days. Understand? Yep, pull bañ holal yabate wala bañ ko man living. Understand? So lolo tax ma believe into myself. Comme obstacles yo wax ni on the way.
Naka nga si gini?
Lolo tam xam nga it's like comme jaar la. Dama dee toog ma war a dem studio wala ma war a dem record suma kanam bi néewi suma yii nii yëpp xam nga may am boy lo i marks yoo xam ne gis nga yii nii yëpp si loolu la i taab xam nga I faced these difficulties for over dama dem ma ne I have to stop this music because like aw ma si nekkuma di si am dara gaang ma si sona understand so waaye thank God with God prayers with the good prayers xam nga rek alhamdulillah, I'm sitting right here doing my thing, thinking of my album next week. Nothing is happening to Daddy Boston, alhamdulillah. And every day I'm giving thanks and praise for that. That's what's
up. We pray nothing happens to Daddy Boston. Daddy Boston is our Daddy Boston.
And Daddy Boston, if I can just come in very quickly. First time I met this guy was through my friend Abdul Njai.
Mr. Njai,
and so I know this guy when he talked here about UNFPA, even back 20 months ago. He was talking about this.
Then this has been
so it's not like something he just thought about yesterday. He's a guy, he's a deep thinker. And we had a really nice conversation at that time, and he told me about all the plans he has about social, interaction and activism. Activism, and I really respected him from those days.
Thank you.
The only but I have is that this guy, most of his stuff is dancehall stuff. We should have conducted this interview in Patois.
Why not? We can still go on.
But that wasn't. So let me ask you, who are your musical influences? Who influenced you musically?
Who influenced me? Me take it from like Janet Silk. Silky inspired me into music. From there, back in the days, I used to listen to Janet Silk straight away. From there, Vibes Cartel to inspired me into his good lyrics, not the bad lyrics. Yeah, not the bad lyrics. Them, you know, because you know the guy too lyrical too. So you know, from those things, because those guys, those people are intelligent. They make sure that they study hard, not just to sing. Our musician had to study hard, had to research, because music is all about research.
And if anybody doesn't know Garnet Silk, check out his track called Mama Africa.
Mama Africa, hello, Mama Africa, the baddest thing.
And Vibes Cartel, nobody should, I guess no one will ask who World Boss is. World Boss, free World Boss.
Everybody knows, exactly.
Them are my mentors, you know, so always proud to be like, be a dancehall artist, because I believe that this dancehall Gambian dancehall music, Daddy Boston could have changed it to the next level. Take it to the next level, you know. I saw we attack both cars right away. Jamaica, everybody hear about Daddy Boston. Them things say, yo, man, a yard.
Popcorn,
So, you know, cause, you know, what if things them going around right away in the system. So if we change up the system, and Daddy Boston come to reboot the system, change up the system, give them a new system, build a new system on the music, elevate the youth, them, teach them, give them what they want. You know, that's why me come with rough days. All I see is madness. Tell the ghetto youth to focus their mind. Better must come in this year. Every ghetto youth should be focused. Daddy Boston is here for the ghetto youths and elevating them, motivating them to do something in our life. Every ghetto youth. Daddy Boston is a disabled, but Daddy Boston doing something. So what about you having full everything? That's why I came up with, when you listen to the album songs, when you listen to my album Belief, that's the time you're gonna hear, that's the time you're gonna respect Daddy Boston. Because like, I've talked about hustle, I've talked about life, I've talked about vanity, I've talked about God, I've talked about not violence against women. So it's all in there. About it's life. And I've talked about belief, which is the better must come, no matter what. That's why I tell them things will be better one day, no matter. Things will be better sooner or later. Just keep your head high, put your trust in Allah. One step at a time, we will climb up the ladder. One coconut full of basket. So do not bother worry, do not bother haste. Good things only come to the one who await. Just be loving, just be kind. Do not segregate. Can you see the changes to the people every day? Can you see the changes towards people every day? You really can make it. It's never too late. That's what's up.
Ewa my youth. We are going to put our finger upon that. We are going to come back a little more. Make we go check out your music video and we'll be right back. My brother, let's check out Daddy Boston and we'll be right back.
The baddest, the latest, bad and famous to the world. Mystic Production 2022. Coffee rice with chopla. Fee. Coffee rice with chopla. Nigga, buffy. Son with chopla. Fee. Coffee allow you raula. Dinga buga jokesa. Them you kofla. Fee. Coffee son with chopla. Nigga, buffy. Son with chopla. Fee. Coffee allow you raula. Dinga buga jokesa. Them you kofla. Kiki kumbal besi yodne. Molja word besi yodne. Jalang batulal besi yodne. Moro batulal besi yodne. Yina jalol besi yodne. Wola dinna funding girl jama be yamarinde. Imantano imalafi imonyo yeta. Fi kofi raj ni chopla. Nigga bufi sa ni chopla. Fi kofi allow you raula. Dinga buga joksa. Dem you kofla. Fi kofi sa ni chopla. Nigga bufi sa ni chopla. Fi kofi allow you raula. Dinga buga joksa. Dem you kofla. Every year dinga put rice. Next minute dinga ne am na accident. Wala dinga ne dafna. Maneli de down a yaram. Nyata dinga nyofi desi yoni Senegal biyabi. Nyom ge yeb dem none. Nyom babu yob dem none. Nyom bodigila yeb dem none. Nyom soka yeb dem none. Wala dem way dem gone. Nyom MJ dem nine. DJ rapper dem no. Nyom DJ Karma dem nine. DJ Abraham them now, greater than them now. A whole heap of great them gone. Yelle data, yelle data, yelle data, yelle fata. In the nala, 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 nala. Yelle fata, fata, fata. Fee, coffee, ride you chop love. Nigga, buffy, son, you chop love. Fee, coffee, allow you round. Dinga buga jokesa, them you cough love. Fee, coffee, son, you chop love. Nigga, buffy, son, you chop.
All right, welcome back from that song. So personally, throughout the conversation, I think what really caught my attention, obviously, is the sexual and gender-based violence component that, you know, he's trying to advocate for. Because if you know me, at least you know, quite passionate about it.
Sometimes we tease you about it.
Yes.
But it's a serious.
It is a serious thing, and I'm happy that, you know, he's taking it seriously. And coming from a man as well, you know, and I'm sure you have female siblings.
Yes.
That's what's up. So obviously, you know, feeling and there's a need when you advocate.
And they are mothers, they are our sisters, they are our aunts. So we have to like make sure that to stand for them. And you know, as a man, to stand for them is like, myself being here is because of women. It's because of a woman.
Right.
So they bought me, treated me, you know, take me to school, care me until this level. So you know, I had to like I have to be standing for them because I've been seeing that every minute a woman had been violent. Every second a woman had been
violated.
And you know, it's been crazy all over the world. So we have to be like, stand for them, and you know.
Yeah, and I'm happy that ActionAid and UNFPA as well, you know, they're joining this. It's a very good thing,
and
because
Qcell too.
Qcell too. Oh, nice! Wow, amazing.
Yeah, they sponsor. You know, they're part of the sponsors.
Oh, nice! Amazing.
So,
Good.
You know, thanks for the Q marketing management, and you know, and JFIN, Tough Gambia. JFIN Finance, UNFP.
So it seems you have a whole, you know, good sponsorship. That is good.
Yeah, like, because like, it's like, the sponsorship, like, they normally give us what we need to push on to the project.
Right.
Little things. Because like, you cannot, in Gambia here, when normally, when they went at first, because I don't blame the sponsorship, because normally they have been sponsors a lot of projects into the Gambia, a lot of Gambian artists, but they never see their benefit into their sponsorship. So I don't blame most of the companies. That's why we had that problem to convince them what we're gonna give them in return, because Daddy Boss then don't come to take. I come to give before taking. So I get a lot of things to give them, a lot of package to give them, but not to take. So that's why before they get that understanding, it takes a little bit late. But you know, still that keeping me more stronger, keeping me, because most of the people, they see a lot of sponsorship, like a lot of companies logos into my show, but most of the companies, they don't do nothing. But I approached them, first time I approached them, they were telling me, it's a good thing. And I believe that every Gambian should take part into this. Every institution should take part into this project, because it's all about nation development. It's for all Gambians, it's for our women. So that's what I believe. But from when I go to the company before the Ramadan, I was running the whole Ramadan, I was keeping fast, running all over the companies. I put the date. It was supposed to take place March 6th. Then I pushed it to June 10th because of the company. They were not coming on board. So recently, you know, the things that I got from the companies is like merchandise. The things that they got, TV advertisement, radio advertisement. And the show is expensive. You have to pull out money. Sound system, you have to pull out over 150K. For sound, stage lights, and security. You don't stock it. Your movement fee is like, we're spending up to roughly going to 500K into this project.
That's a lot.
$500,000. So it's crazy, and we didn't get it from the companies. Their support. We thanks for the support. But you know, any little that we got from them, I appreciate the little that I got from the companies. That's why I say, thanks for this company, this company, this company. But for UNFPA, we are working towards the project, because they have a project. They are more focused into gender-based violence. ActionAid too, they are more, because like for the future, projects that we're gonna do with them. Yeah, it's like they have to stand for us into this.
So like album, what is your favorite song on the album? What is your favorite song?
Say favorite song. Marry Me is my favorite.
Marry Me. Yeah. Can you give us an acapella of that?
Yeah. No, Marry Me, like let them listen it to the.
Let them listen to the song.
Yeah, because I want everybody to listen that song properly. Yeah, I got a lot of songs there, but the song that I want them to focus on, which is not to violence against women.
Because the album, that is the whole idea.
Yeah, that's the whole idea. And it's all about no to violence against women. Every girl deserves to grow up safe without no violence. We have to protect them. So that's why I always advocate the sisters, let them be careful out there, because there are a lot of predators out there. There are a lot of parasites out there. And that's what's up. Don't trust to jump up to any taxi. Don't trust to jump up to any new man, stranger.
Yeah, trying to give you
most of them they jump up into the wrong direction. Yeah. That's put them into violence. Yeah. So I make sure that to teach every girl, every woman to be careful, not to be careful on the street, because like, we have to protect them. There are so many bad men in the street. There are so many bad people. Even into the office, they exploit our sisters, use them to give them a position to have a work.
So,
all those things we have to stop it.
Yeah. Then quickly talk about collaboration. What is your relationship with other artists? Link some of these big artists, put on a collaboration with them.
Yeah, I feel like artists in
especially the album being.
Yeah, album be I been collabo with any other artist, Gambian artist. Because I'm gonna have trend before Gambia what's they believe. Yeah, when you into the trend, when everybody talking about you
when you are popping.
Yeah, they never wanna support you from nobody knowing you.
Yeah.
They only want to support a great man.
There's no impact.
So there is no impact. Support ko hamne ni moko sohla. That support ko because your platform is big. So you also ame collabo ak koku, then your people will get to know him.
Why and you trying to reach out to some of these big artists?
No, right now because them feel most of them they feel big. Few of them they give me the respect, love and honor as that. Approach on Kena before. So honna mane wa mangi focus my album after album. So they got to mako. So I feel like I don't have to push my time. No, I'm not like
that. Last words.
Give thanks for this morning program. I really appreciate it's been a pleasure to be into this platform. And it's the best platform. One of the best platforms in the world. I don't say in the Gambia because like it teaches, it gives what's going on into the country. It's show the people what's up. So let them, I give you an appointment this Saturday, let everybody come and support Daddy Boston.
Make it a date.
Manjai Park. Advance tickets is just $300 for adult. Kids $200. Yeah, the night concert is just $300 too. At the gate will be $400. So let them come and support.
Let
them come and support because the fans Daddy Boston nita me mom new support Daddy Boston no matter what. And they let them come and see what Daddy Boston will come with. And what I'm gonna give for the people. This is my first album, so let everybody, Lord, I invite all artists, Duma call Kidi, they have to come because I've been supporting their shows. So I mix, Lula feel, man, Duma call Kine, I invite everyone. So let them come, let the whole Gambia come and witness this. We do it together, we end it together as one family, one Gambia. Thank you.
On the morning show.
Thank you for coming. Thank you so much, Daddy Boston, and good luck. Good luck, inshallah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so obviously then Friday, people go to Tobaski Style, and then for Saturday, then you relax. After watching the fashion, then Saturday, you dem rahase ko fa inshallah.
Believe.
Believe. Yeah, thank you so much. Till we come your way tomorrow. Have a good afternoon.